friends. My name is Meredith Croswell and I'm a Creative Memories Advisor from Ontario, Canada. I'm going to show you a couple of techniques that I use to put together my page. Right now it's a little bit disassembled so that I can show you some of the things. But first off, I'll show you what I did to make the sun. I used this paper. I found it when I was going through the Fast to Fab package of papers, and I just loved it, and I thought it was so cheery, and I loved the little suns along there, and I wanted to bring in the colors. So I used the smallest template and the blue blade, and I just cut this out, trying to get as close to the top as possible so that I can get as much of that detail as possible. And then I took my trimmer and I used the guides to line up the line here and just kind of pulled this out. Made sure I was right on the line to cut it out. Sure enough, I am. So then I cut that out. Then to do the actual rays of the sun, so you can see that goes there, I used scrap paper. And so this is actually from my NSD. It's just a scrap piece of paper, and all I did was cut out different widths. I wanted it to be a little bit organic. And then I cut them here. I tried to keep one end kind of straight so that that was the end that's closest to the sun itself. And I cut some a little shorter, a little longer, as you can see. And then I just laid them down in the different spots along there. And once I got up to the higher parts, I just trimmed them off when I was finished. So I wanted it to be a little bit organic, you could tell it's a little playful and fun. So that is how I created the sun. Next off are the clouds along there. And so I only received one package of embellishments, so I only have one of these. So what I did was I turned it over to the side that I'm not using, and you can see I've got the adhesive there, and I just chose a spot somewhere along here. And the only reason I turned it over is because I don't want to get the pencil mark on the embellishment itself. However, I do need to turn it back over this way, and I'm going to make my sun a little bit lopsided, and I just traced it. So then when I'm done, I'm going to make it kind of go in here and join that. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And you can fix it as you're cutting it. And then I just fussy cut. So as you can see, it's not perfect at all. So now I'm just going to... And remember, when you're fussy cutting, hold your scissors straight. Don't move your scissors, and just move your paper around. If you have any pencil marks on the end, afterwards you can get rid of those. So that is how I did that. Let's pull this back in, reassemble it. So the reason that I cut out some of the clouds is because of this here. So what I wanted to do was put this alongside of it, but if you put this in the proper way, shall we say, it covers up those little suns that I thought were so cute and cheerful. So then I decided to line up the straight edges together and place those in there, like so. However, looking at that now, I wasn't sure that I was happy with the fact that there was a straight line there and my clouds are upside down. So what I decided to do was just cut out some clouds. So I'm going to place those there. These are all popped up. And this last cloud, I thought I would just put in behind in my little cluster. I want to put it so that I can read it the proper way. Erase some of those pencil marks. Place that in there. And I will glue that down. I cut out the adorable little sandcastle Border Maker cartridge out of this paper. So I had the sand color So I thought that was kind of cool. And then what I did was I kind of laid it here and decided how far I wanted to go, and I tore it. So that, again, is a little bit more organic and leaves an organic edge. And my last little bit is for how I did my journaling. So what I did was I did a couple of samples, and I printed them out on the computer, and I double spaced them when I printed them. And then I put it through with the cloud paper. And what I did was, you can see in the photos, I lined up my trimmer along the bottom of the actual typing, and then I moved it over just slightly so that I could make a little line in between and just cut those out. So now I have my journaling all done. And again, I'm just going to cut them organically and at different lengths. Get rid of that. Place that down. And this way I have everything I need all done for me. And they're pretty even spaced because of the way, like, I lined them up right the trimmer edge along the side of the printing. And I do this a lot. I really like writing out longer stories sometimes. I'm a journaler. I like to make sure that there's some history in my pages that I've put on there. And if it's not facts, then it's feelings. And here, this is a page from 2007. And I don't remember what the facts were that time. So I wrote out my feelings of these two boys' relationship. And I just love the relationship they still have to this day, growing up. And now I'll just secure those down and my page will be complete. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your weekend of scrapbooking for the worldwide crop.